Appreciate you being here, and welcome on in to a Monday, January 19th, MLK Day. Dolly Parton Day as well. Happy birthday to Dolly. And
have you tried any of her products, by the way? Like her home good stuff? She's got like a pancake mix and a banana nut muffin mix.
No.
They're phenomenal.
Is it?
They call for like an absolute buttload of butter.
Here's the problem, though, is that if I ate Dolly's food, my boobs would be as big as hers. What? I don't know.
Honest.
I'm a truth teller.
I don't know if they'd be as firm.
You know what?
Not as supported.
All right, you know what? Moving right along.
The Mandis boobs. Dan boobs.
Dan boobs.
Dan boobs.
Put it on a hashtag. Anyway, moving right along.
Put that on a hat.
Let's move. Let's seriously move on. Real quick, I was playing audio of Don Lemon. There's actually an audio bite that I have not played yet. And it was another interview that he did with one of these parishioners. If you're just joining us, I'm sorry. But bottom line is Don Lemon went into a church with a whole bunch of activists and basically served as their mouthpiece. And so he's getting just crucified online, which, as by the way, he should. And so he decided that and by the way, he's loving this. Don Lemon is absolutely loving all of this. And so he got online after the interviews, I've played you all the audio. If you missed it, I'm sorry. Go watch the 7 o'clock hour, download the podcast, whatever. So he got online and he wanted to defend himself. This is what he said.
MAGA administration and the fake news MAGAs are losing their mind over something that's not even true. So let me just make it clear, because this a assistant attorney general, I don't know, what's her name? It's something Hammett, Dillon or whatever.
So just so we're clear, he's talking about Harmeet Dillon. He knows darn right well her name is Harmeet Dillon. So he is being just a petulant little you-know-what that he is. And because if he doesn't know who Harmeet Dillon is, then he's even less of a journalist than I thought that he was.
So I had no affiliation to that organization. I didn't even know they were going to this church until we followed them there. We were there chronicling protests.
Liar. In the previous segment, I played for you audio and showed you the video where he was interviewing the ringleader of all of this, one Nikema Armstrong, who was the leader of the protest that went into this church and interrupted a church service, screaming, "What ICE must go," or "Go ICE," or whatever it was. And he knew darn right well they were going in because she literally told him that in an interview before they went in.
Once the protest started in the church, we did an act of journalism, which was report on it and talk to the people who were involved, which included the pastor, members of the church, and members of the organization. That's it. It's called journalism. First Amendment, all that stuff. For all of you people who believe in the First Amendment, absolutist, there you go. So why don't you talk to the actual person who is in charge of the organization and whose idea it was to have the protests at the church before you start blaming me for stuff for which you have no idea about. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
I know when you're trying to run cover for a potential lawsuit when I see it.
Yeah, look, Don Lemon, he has no credibility. Everybody knows he has no credibility, so whatever. But just to bring the no credibility point home, and I've not played this audio yet, he was interviewing a guy, I don't know who he is. And by the way, I did make it clear that these protesters believe, this Nikema Armstrong and her protesters believe that one of the pastors inside this church in St. Paul is actually a local ICE director, I believe. And so no real proof of anything, but, I mean, they believed it. Same name. I'm just going to tell you, same name. But I don't know. Lord help them if they had there's a different two different people with the same name, which more than likely, I mean, obviously this is a big city that it wouldn't surprise me if there is, but whatever. So moving on from there, but I also want to play some audio from Lemon where he's interviewing one of the people in the church. And the reason why I think this is important is because what Lemon is doing is he is basically giving the narrative, the perspective of people on the left. And the things that he leaves out is just so incredibly infuriating. So I'm going to play this now. This is Don Lemon, and he's interviewing some dude from this church, and the guy just wanted to go to church. And Lemon decides that it's a good idea to start arguing with the guy. Now, remember, isn't it, if he's talking about journalism, then aren't you supposed to just get the facts, right? Who, what, where, when, and why? Isn't that, because he's talking about, this is journalism.
The 5 W's.
The 5 W's. That's right, Sam. It's been a minute since I talked about that and sat in a class of journalism. But this is Don Lemon, and he starts trying to convince this guy that ICE is wrong for what they're doing. Listen.
And I'm not saying it's pretty. I'm not saying it's not messy. I'm not saying it couldn't be better. I'm saying this is a part of a much larger dialogue in which one administration caused a great deal of chaos and havoc and danger for American citizens, and another is trying to correct that.
Do you believe that? Why honestly,
okay.
Let me talk to you just on the facts.
I thought this was journalism. Right? Didn't he say in the previous cut that a rare instance of journalism broke out from the microphone of Don Lemon? Well, this isn't it, because he is trying to convince this dude that he's wrong. Do you really believe that? Yeah, Don. Joe Biden and Alejandro Mayorkas and your party opened up the border and let all these people in. Flew them in on airplanes as well. And gave them all kinds of benefits. And, yeah, that's what happened. I don't know why he says, do you really believe that? Donald, do you really believe that? What a whiner.
And then they got mad when we bust them from Texas and Florida to other states.
That's exactly right. Hey, Washington, D.C., take some illegals. Regards, Ron DeSantis and Greg Abbott, thank you.
Just saying, I want to give you the facts.
No.
Did you know that undocumented?
So now the guy's trying to leave, right? Now the guy's trying to leave because he knows that Don Lemon is just going to keep spewing these leftist facts at him. And the guy's like, you know what? I got better things to do, right? So the guy's trying to leave. And he is literally getting in front of this guy as he's trying to walk out. Possible snow, by the way, on Friday and Saturday.
Dan's trying to raise his milk and bread stocks.
That's exactly right. Go buy your milk and your bread and your half and half and your coffee and make sure that you are prepared for Snowmageddon on Friday and Saturday. I actually think
if you're right, and especially now dubbing it Snowmageddon, the hatred you will receive Monday will be insurmountable. They'll say that you did it.
If the weather people can be wrong, so am I. Right? I mean, if the weather people can be wrong, so can I. So I don't know if it's going to be Snowmageddon. We have absolutely no idea. Hopefully it won't be, because I really don't want to stay across the street in the hotel. All right, more from Don Lemon in a place where they really do have Snowmageddon, and that would be Minneapolis. And he's talking to a guy who simply wanted to go to a church service, and he literally will not let the guy leave because he's trying to convince him that he's wrong.
Dialogue in which one administration caused a great deal of chaos and havoc and danger for American citizens, and another is trying to correct that.
Do you believe that? Why honestly,
okay.
Let me talk to you just on the facts.
You're not a journalist.
Just saying, I want to give you the facts.
No.
I like when he says you're not a journalist anymore. Did you hear that? Just make sure you heard that. You're not a journalist anymore. I love how it goes into whiny Don mode. You really believe that? Yeah, Don, because that's what happened.
Did you know that undocumented people and immigrants commit far less crime than American citizens?
We're done here. We're done here.
Than natural-born Americans? You won't listen.
If you could ask
I'm giving you the facts. It is.
Give me facts, I would have a conversation.
But I can respond to you.
No,
did Jesus stand with the oppressed?
Because he doesn't want to listen to facts. That's the interesting thing about this is that they won't listen to facts.
You know, it's interesting because for a guy who doesn't want to listen to facts, he has not brought up the bad guys that were arrested for beating an ICE agent, causing a big old gash in his head. Those guys were Venezuelan. Or he doesn't want to talk about the really bad hombres that were arrested in Minnesota. The Department of Homeland Security and ICE, they came out with, you know, the names of all of these guys that did reprehensible things. So lying by omission seems to be what Don Lemon is doing. So, yeah, the facts are that ICE has picked up a ton of guys that are child predators, rapists, armed assault, and so forth. I mean, honestly, we've all talked about that ad nauseum. And by the way, the other fact about Lemon is that he's not talking about the fraud in Minnesota, and what started this whole thing initially in the first place was committed by a bunch of Somalis. So, you know, I like how he's so arrogantly saying, oh, he doesn't want to listen to facts. We know the facts.
How many times have you seen someone doing some on-the-ground reporting? And like, I get it when there's like a protest or something going on. You got to clarify people around you. Hey, I'm here reporting. I'm a journalist. But you're in the middle of a discussion and you feel the need to remind somebody that you're a journalist.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if he wants to be a journalist, and don't try to follow somebody out of a church trying to convince him that he's wrong and conveniently leave out the Somali fraud that is happening. And every day, Nick Shirley is uncovering more of this Somali fraud and leaving out the fact that, again, ICE has picked up all of these bad guys, or the fact that, 70 to 80% of these Somalis are here via some sort of fraudulent immigration papers and fraudulent identification. I mean, I don't know. They're not listening to facts.
Or
Don Lemon, shut up.
How the mayor of Minneapolis and the governor of the state of Minnesota are basically inciting violence against federal agents and causing these problems in the first place. You could go there, Don.
You could go there. He's not going to, but you could.
No.
You won't because
when you pose as a journalist,
I am a journalist. Journalists give facts.
Then you start.
Journalists give facts, is what Don Lemon says. Journalists give facts. Well, you're not giving facts, dude.
Correcting me with facts and don't have.
You shouldn't hear the facts?
Of course, I
most
should
of the
hear the
people
facts.
who are picked up
but will
are
you
not.
Give me the facts on both sides.
That is the facts on both sides. Most of the people who are picked up and are detained are not convicted. They have no criminal convictions.
Lemon is literally following this guy, walking through a snowy parking lot as this dude is looking for his car. I think he's actually desperate to have somebody talk to him.
I wonder how miserable he must be to go on a date with.
Oh, can you imagine?
They have no criminal.
I mean, the dude is just insufferable. I don't know where he was neglected.
That immigrants commit far less crime than native-born Americans.
So you guys are walking away.
So they won't listen to the facts. Anyways, these folks are...
Yeah, so again, no comment from Don Lemon on the murders of Laken Riley or Jocelyn Nungery or Trende Aragua or all of the, again, really bad hombres that Joe Biden let in. And so I think when you talk about how, and I forget exactly how he's framing it, but the people that say, oh, illegal aliens commit far less crimes than Americans. Well, illegal aliens, I'm sorry, but they literally have committed a crime by coming into this country. And so they all automatically start with +1 crime, right? At least when they come into our country illegally, which every single American citizen in this country has not committed the crime of coming into our country illegally.
And he's trying to bring up convictions. They're not going to wait for a trial for some of these guys if there is substantial evidence to indict them with murder or rape. They're going to go, here's an ICE detainer. They're going to come get you. We're not going to waste taxpayer dollars on trying you, essentially probably going to prove you guilty and then putting you up in a prison.
Well, and also don't forget that they also won't always report the illegal alien crime statistics to the FBI because they don't want it to look like they were wrong in being a sanctuary city. Whatever. Don Lemon. Bless his heart, and I do mean that in the snarky Southern kind of way.
What a lemon of a guy.
That really wasn't funny. I just want to let you know, me to you, on this MLK Day and Dolly Parton's birthday, that was not funny.
I'll see myself out here.
Okay.
Uh-oh, retard alert.
All right.
Retard alert, class.
Chris Hand is here.
What's up? How are you
Chris. What's going on?
doing? I'm good. Are you okay?
Now, is it wrong to... No, can I be honest? I had a massive allergy attack this morning, and so it's been, I've been struggling today.
What are you allergic to? Screaming leftists? Because there's been no shortage.
Screaming leftist and Don Lemon. Oh, I one and the same.
Yeah.
That damn lemon allergy will get you.
So you had an allergic reaction?
It's I did. It's so funny. I was just saying to Amy on Saturday, driving back from Indiana, I went to go see my grandson and daughter. And I said, it's kind of weird. I have not had an allergy attack in a long time. I woke up Sunday, and it was like my eyes are slammed shut, and my nose. Do you have allergies?
No.
So, yeah.
I'm a real man. So
real men don't have allergies? Okay, got
I toughen it out.
So, anyway.
No, so what happened? Like, what are you allergic to?
Nobody knows. Like, I've been having needles, stuck in my back and everything for, years. Nobody can figure it out. Oh, my gosh. My daughter has a cat.
There it is.
My daughter has a cat. Well, but I've had cats all my life. I've had allergies all my life. I think
you're allergic to cats,
It's
Dan.
the cats.
Seeing the realization happen in person live right now is probably one of the best things that's happened this morning.
It's one of the benefits of watching on the YouTube stream.
Yeah.
Is that what it
Especially
is?
after discussing Friday how if you pass away in a house full of cats, they will eat you.
Yeah.
There was that, too. I hate cats.
Yeah, there's a lot of
no
reasons.
offense to you cat people. No offense at all. But I think that's what it is. I didn't even realize it until just now. It had to be the cats.
My 3-year-old came up to me the other day and she said, Mom told me that you'd get me a cat. And I looked at her and I bopped her little nose. I said, Mom's a liar. Mom's
oh,
lying.
my gosh.
Mom's
Did
lying.
you really?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you should have.
But we're not getting a cat.
Well, then.
Mom was mistaken.
Mom's lying to you. Never going to happen, sweet girl.
Yeah. Cats are evil.
Yep.
By the way, our I don't know what happened on Friday during this particular segment. A lot of people downloaded it.
Oh.
I think word's getting around that we tend to be a bit of a train wreck.
We do.
From 8:35 to.
It's true.
Poor analogy given the current happenings in Spain.
Oh, because of the train wreck? There was a train wreck.
34 people are dead right now, Dan. Come on.
39 with over 150 people were injured.
Shut up, Mason.
There you go.
Have a little compassion, Dan.
Come on. Too soon.
I'm sitting here thinking, should I say my train wrecks are more tragic than the one in Spain?
Don't do it. But he won't.
That's nasty.
That's a nasty one.
That's a nasty one.
That's a nasty one. That's nasty.
So anyway,
it's a good thing you didn't say it.
We were going over our favorite Dolly Parton songs today.
Oh, all right.
And so, do you have a favorite Dolly Parton song?
I do. It was so when Kennedy got into performing.
Yeah.
It was the first performance that she ever did was a talent show at the school, and she sang, and it was second grade. She lobbied to have the talent show open to second graders, and then she got in. She's the only second grader in, and she did 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How does she sound?
She sounded better than the original.
That's sort of sacrilegious on Dolly Parton Day.
Yeah.
80 years old, 80 years young, Dolly Parton. And there you go.
It's a jam.
Now we're going to get pulled off YouTube. Hey, thanks, Sam.
I took it out of stream.
All right. So for you streamers, 9 to 5 is playing. I love this song.
It's a great song.
Islands in the Stream, though, is really good, too.
Yep.
So
she was. It was a Christian school that we were at the time, and she was torn between doing this or Jolene. I said, let's do 9 to 5.
Yeah, I think that's probably
let's do 9 to 5. I think that'll be better.
Probably a pretty good call. Also, MLK Jr. Day.
Yes.
So there's that too. Do you think that's controversial, Governor Lee, doing like Dolly Day on MLK Jr. Day? Like I'd be willing to bet there's some people that are like irritated over.
I mean, have you read the FBI files on Martin Luther King Jr.?
No, but I bet that's going to be a big part of your show today.
No, I wasn't really going to focus too much on it.
Because you've already thrown it out there. So
I mean, there's you know,
there's stuff,
allegations of
things,
gay orgies. So
beyond the just standard heterosexual adultery,
it's like allegedly Diddy party style.
I have a dream that we'll all have lube.
All right. Oh my God.
Okay. Terrible.
No,
you guys, you too.
I'm just talking about the FBI files. Why are you looping me in with Sam?
He's you know what he said a Don Lemon joke earlier about wanting to be thrown in prison. Like, why would you do that, Sam? Just stop it already.
But you want Don Lemon thrown in prison?
Well, Don Lemon probably wouldn't mind
himself wants to be thrown in prison.
Oh, I get it.
Now, I thought my joke actually was funnier when we talked about Dolly Parton. Should we recreate the moment?
Let's do it.
Because that doesn't happen very often.
Are you talking about her baked good product line that might lead to a growth of Dan boobs?
All right, so he took the line. Okay. So he's talking about the greatness of Dolly Parton's baked goods. And I said, well, if I eat Dolly Parton's baked goods, my boobs will be bigger than hers.
Okay.
See, that was fun. I guess it's probably funny the first time, funnier the first time.
It's a little awkward. It feels a little awkward now. It feels a little bit more awkward than anything else.
When it's organic, you know, unlike our boobs.
Mm.
So I have a big update on Riker's missing airplane.
Oh, this is, I'm hearing this for the first time.
So am I going to have to throw something at you?
What?
So if you're watching YouTube Super Talk TV, there is a picture of Fly Crazy TN over there on the YouTube chat.
Yep.
Allie Heinlein. So I get this picture over the weekend from Allie, and it says, guess what I got? And it is a smiling Allie with Riker's plane.
Let's go.
So I just want to let every man out there who is a husband know that I don't care how good of a husband you think you are, you're not as good as Allie Heinlein's husband, because he got himself a big old ladder and a big old stick, and he got it down out of that plane-eating tree.
Let's go. Does it still work?
I don't know, because Riker's got the remote, so we're going to go and pick it up at some point.
If it's broken, are we going to blame Allie and her husband?
A lawsuit will be
okay,
filed.
Good. How dare you? How dare you break
the plane?
It was working fine. It was working fine when it got stuck in the tree.
That's exactly right. No, so I don't think I can describe how high this was up in this tree. Like, it was way up there. I couldn't even throw a rock that high, which doesn't say much.
You did attempt to throw a rock.
I did attempt. You know, there's been a positive in all of this. Do you know that there's moments in your life when you can just think back to those moments in your life? It always brings you a chuckle.
Yep.
So Riker's plane going in the tree has given me a lifelong chuckle, because I will never forget the sight of Amy trying to throw a rock all the way up. Now realize I had been trying and I couldn't do it. And I played many years of baseball and softball. And Amy tried to throw this rock, and she almost threw it backwards. And I said, honey, it's okay. You're not going to. What do you mean I'm not going to? You're not going to.
Tell you what.
You're not going to.
With the trajectory you got, let's turn you around and see if it works better this way.
That's exactly right. So every time I think about it, I laugh, and I actually kind of start tearing up because it was so funny. I got another Amy story. You ready?
That might be allergy attack holdover.
Now, this next story, I'm also tired today, and I'm going to tell you why. By the way, Allie and husband, thank you so much.
Heroes.
For heroes. Not all heroes wear capes.
True. It should be Alley Day.
You know what? It should be Alley Day. It should be MLK Jr. Day, Dolly Day, and Alley Day.
It's true.
There you go. So everybody knows that I can't fall asleep, right? Like, I suck at falling asleep. I finally start drifting off. And Amy comes barging into my room, into my bedroom, and not for the reason I would have hoped.
Oh, my.
1 year earlier, a year ago, I bought Amy a really nice ring.
Okay.
There's been a big controversy in my house. She threw away the ring. She had a bag, and it was from the jewelry store, and she threw it away. And she has been kicking herself for a year. I almost bought her another one over Christmas.
But you thought to yourself, she's never going to learn her lesson this way.
That's exactly right. She's got to learn. We looked all over this house for the ring. Last night at about 8:15 in the morning, I am in REM sleep. She barges into my room and she says, I found it. She found the ring.
Where was it?
She didn't throw it away. It was in her sock drawer.
Oh, my gosh.
And I'm like, I was very happy that she found it. Like, to tell you the consternation that she has had losing this ring, because it's a beautiful ring. And I had long forgotten about it. I mean, I'm not one of those guys that's going to constantly remind her that she lost the ring. But but I'd forgotten about it, but she hadn't. And she found it in her sock drawer, which is really weird that she found it there.
Did she hide anything else in the sock drawer?
Do you know what joke I'm dying to say? Right next to my testicle.
Oh.
But I'm not going to say that.
Don't do it.
I'm not going to do it.
He won't.
I'm not going to do it.
You know better.
Just like the other joke that I was going to say that I didn't.
Don't.
That's right. Joe Biden, correct for a change when he says,
Don't.
Thank you.
Hey, did you hear the news that it did turn out Josh Shapiro was too Jewish for Kamala Harris?
I did not hear that. What's the story, Chris?
Breitbart has the story. Apparently, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro alleges that the Kamala Harris staff questioned if he was an Israeli agent before picking him for VP. Democrat Governor Josh Shapiro.
An Israeli agent? She literally asked him if she was a Israeli agent?
Yeah. He said, don't you think that's a bit too on the nose? Democrat Governor Josh Shapiro has alleged that staffers for former Vice President Kamala Harris questioned whether he was a double agent of Israel when vetting him as a potential 2024 running mate. In his new memoir, Where We Keep the Light.
What is with these titles?
I don't know. It's a terrible, terrible title. Maybe he'll come on the show. We'll let him promote the book.
Sure.
The prominent Democrat governor alleged that the former vice president's vetting team scrutinized his views on Israel, mostly due to his being Jewish.
You were right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, for the record, I did agree with you.
This is true.
So I was right, too.
He was way too Jewish. And he couldn't raise as much money via fraud as Tim Walz could. There
was that, too. On the fraud scale.
Well, you see what Nick Shirley did, what he reported. He was like, the day that Tim Walz came on, there was like $35 million in donations from the Minnesota area.
Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Weird.
Coincidence.
It's a lot of coincidences.
Just a lot of,
yeah.
Isolated incident is what it was.
Yep. Don't worry about it. Don't look into it.
I got to say, and I said this earlier, I got to say that Nick Shirley has the patience of Job.
I heard
because
you say that.
when you are dealing with the things that he is dealing with and the threats that he's dealing with, and the guy that's like, you don't like us because we're Muslim. It's like, no, we don't like you because you're a ripoff. You're ripping off the American people. And he remains calm. That's the crazy thing. Like, I would lose my ever-loving mind.
So in that exact clip that you're talking about, he's talking to a guy from Minnesota who happens to be black, who's like, I'm glad you're here to look at the fraud. Like, we need to look at it. And then this guy pops out and slams him for being a racist and anti-Muslim. And I think it's important to point out that many races practice Islam. That's not a race.
Correct.
And he can't be a racist when he's talking to a black guy about the fraud like moments before.
Yeah, there is that.
It doesn't work out. It doesn't work out.
So they really pressed Shapiro about how Jewish he is. But when the DHS of Minnesota reached out to them and said, hey, Kamala campaign, there's a lot of suspicious activity going on here financially. They said, we welcome it. Bring us your fraudulent money.
Well, he was America's dad. They weren't worried about it.
He sure was America's dad. At least he thought he was.
Coach Waltz.
He could. Well, remember, we were all, as conservatives, we were threatened by his masculinity.
Yes.
Remember that's what it was?
I remember feeling so threatened.
Maybe that was like an adjacent issue with Josh Shapiro. His masculinity wasn't threatening enough to conservatives.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was.
Maybe.
Yeah. So I thought Mason did a great job in the news.
I thought he did pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought he did pretty good.
You should have heard what they said about me in the 5 o'clock hour.
Were they roasting you?
Yeah, they were, and I don't really. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It was a little hurtful. I didn't really understand why you said the things that you said about me. And if you want to know, go download the 5 o'clock hour and listen to it, or watch it on YouTube, because they came right out of the gate swinging, and I didn't understand why. They said that I was mean, and I'm critical of people all the time, which I don't even know what that means.
We said you have the potential to be catty. That's all.
Catty.
Sounds like something a couple of jerks would say.
Yeah, I have
That's
the
exactly
scars from the
right.
chair you threw at me, so it's okay.
I didn't throw a chair at you.
That's right. You can't pick it up.
Mason knew he was coming in at a disadvantage already because he didn't have one of the Jay Harper, Dan Mandis hats.
Yes.
So he knew that it would be hard to be accepted by Dan this morning.
By the way, a funny Jay Harper moment. This was actually very funny, and I'm proud of myself. So I said on Facebook that we're going to be live today, MLK Day, because other stations or whatever might be taped. So I said we had a very special fill-in for Joan Jones. And so Jay Harper chimed in and said, well, you never call me special. And I said, well, Jay, we all know that you're special. It goes without saying. And I thought it was, okay, maybe it wasn't funny. I thought it was.
I was waiting for the joke. You just said something nice to Jay. That's all.
Yeah.
You said, Jay, of course we think you're special.
Unless you have a different definition of the word special.
There it is.
There is the joke.
Okay.
Long way around, wasn't it?
Come on, man.
I like how you say nice things about Jay Harper.
You know what? I actually like Jay Harper a lot.
know.
Actually, you know what? So now Jay sent me a link, and I was just kidding, Jay. Everybody loves Jay.
Yeah.
So Jay sends me a link to this hat company where I could get these hats. Because I've got 6 of them, and I've just been rotating them for years. And but I'm looking at all these hats. They got 8-panel hats that are plaid and stuff. I'm digging I think it's called Scully Hat Company, something like that. They're out of Boston. You probably know them.
Probably.
So yeah, I don't have a fortune, but if I did, I'd be spending it on these stupid hats.
There you go.
Amy's like, oh God, we're not going to be able to pay the mortgage. So
you're going in on the hats.
I said, you know what, honey? What we're going to do? We're going to hawk that ring you thought you lost, and we sell that.
It's basically free money at this point.
That's exactly right.
That's found cash.
It's exactly right. I could probably buy at least 30 hats with what we could get for her ring.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do you think that'll fly?
Boy, look at the time. It's time to go.
Okay.
All right. So it is Alley Day in the Mandis house.
Yep.
And it is Dolly Parton Day. I don't believe it's a coincidence that Murphy Show took off Dolly Parton Day today.
He's off today?
In observance of Dolly Parton Day. Yeah, Murphy Show took off. He also might be moving. There might be that, too.
Okay. How long are we going to allow this moving excuse to continue to percolate? Am I the only one who's thinking it?
Yeah.
The man's been moving now for about 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's it. How long does it take?
How long does it take?
Well, it is called Murphy-Lago. It's pretty big.
It's Murphy-Lago.
So he's, He's got a lot of painting to do and carpets to clean. And, by the way, they used Zero Res to clean. So you can use that in your commercials.
I will.
You do that. I think we're done.
All
Are we
right.
done? All right, very good. What you got coming up?
We're going to talk about what happened over the weekend in Minnesota. Conservatives were attacked. They were robbed. They were beaten. A church was invaded. We'll break you down all the latest coming out of Minnesota, don't you know?
And Don Lemon is just an absolute.
What a loser.
What a.
Did you see the clip where he's like outside the church after they invade and they're like, oh, look, that little boy's hugging his dad. It's a traumatic experience, but protests are supposed to be traumatic.
I missed that part.
What a nut.
I played way too much Don Lemon today, so I'm going to let you carry on the torch.
I will.